Coming up in today's Rum Show, I'm going to be focusing on this brand, the Lovers and Forza Rum. Proper out and out, but they're blended rums. And then if we get time, we will get time, I'll make time. As I gave the spiced fig and blackberry a run out, I thought it was a bit rude not to include the hazelnut. So this is Ed from Belgrove and his hazelnut rum. So welcome back, rum fans. This is my chance to have a little waffle with you guys. I feel like, watching the last couple back, I feel like I've gone off track a little bit. Too much waffle, not enough content. So I'm going to try and drill this in. We'll see, we'll go with the hour mark. We'll see how we get there. But I kind of want to give you more value than kind of random wafflings and all that sort of stuff. So and to crack that off, I have to say, I'm a little bit nervous about doing this one because I don't think I'm going to do this any justice at all. There is so much to tell you about this brand, so much clever stuff as well that I really don't think I'm going to do it justice. I've got PDFs, I've got everything going on there that they've sent me. Now, big shout out, as always, one of my good mates, John, JBE Imports. John looks after the imports of this. Big shout out to David as well. We had a good chat. And I can't mention JBE without mentioning Ant as well. Ant, we got a lot of love. We need to spend more time together. NRB next year. Let's do some damage up at NRB next year. Anyway. So, yes, where do we go for this? Long-time viewers of mine will maybe recognise this. The Lovers, you can sort of see, I've had a little shift around because I've got new rums and all that. The Lovers, can you see the boxes? Is that doing any justice up there? Can you see the boxes? The Lovers has kind of been sitting with me for a good year, 18 months, probably longer than that now, to be fair. And I got it way before I started embarked on this rum journey and kind of didn't really appreciate what was going into that rum and didn't give it the love it deserved. The Lovers Rum, there we go. But now having like really niched down into this rum journey, I'm learning loads more. This has kind of jumped at me even more over the last few months. And then when I went to Rumfest, October time, so the trade day at Rumfest, actually chatting to David as well. Trying this is the brand new the Forza Rum. I'm not even 100% sure it's out there yet. I think, chatting to John, it may just be hitting like special, like Whiskey Exchange and Master of Malt and all that sort of stuff. It may just be hitting by the time this video comes out. Hopefully, because it's so good. My eyes lit up like flipping Christmas trees when I tried this. Completely different to the Lovers, but we'll get onto that in a minute. So let's just focus on the Lovers Rum, for instance. I haven't got my close-up camera on. I never do for these because these are kind of unedited. Hopefully that hasn't been focusing for the last kind of few times. So hotfully that's focusing on there and you can kind of see the label. There's so much in-depth knowledge or in-depth stuff on the actual label itself for this bottle. And if you're listening to it, I'll try and describe it. It's like a tarot card with lots of different little kind of quirks and gimmicks and stuff on it to explain the rum. But just before we go any further, I've mentioned him a couple of times, David Cordoba, Mr. DAIQUIRI. I never knew him as Mr. DAIQUIRI, to be fair. I knew him from two things. I knew him as the world or the global brand ambassador for Bacardi, and I was fortunate enough to actually listen to him twice. In the early, I've lost track of time now, probably early 2010s when that was. But I also, growing up as well, and I mean growing up for me, in the early 20s, he's not that much older than me, bless him. But kind of growing up and coming through and learning, taking all my knowledge from, he used to, I think it was his title, he used to manage or run Bramble up in Scotland and up in Edinburgh. And the Bramble from us at the time was one of the cocktail bars leading the trends out, especially outside of London. It was on our radars. Every magazine publication you picked up in the sort of early 2000s was Bramble this, Bramble that, the cocktails they were creating up there. It was a phenomenal place and David was at the heart of that. Argentinian guy by descent. I don't actually know too much more about his history, to be honest. I know he came over to Europe as the global, as I say, Bacardi's. He basically was up in Bramble and then became the global brand ambassador for Bacardi. So it's a hell of a job that is. And then kind of got his nickname Mr. DAIQUIRI because with Bacardi goes hand in hand with daiquiris and that sort of stuff. So his mission obviously was to create the perfect daiquiri rum. But unbeknownst to me, with all this, as I say, if you're listening to it, I'll try and describe it. The label itself, and hopefully if you're watching, you'll kind of see it. There's kind of layered tarot cards over the top. You can kind of see three sort of tarot cards sort of stacked up on top of each other. And I had no idea that this was kind of what that symbolised, was actually there's a whole range coming, and the second one being Forza as well. So what is the Lovers Rum? Essentially, it is designed to become, or blended to become, the perfect daiquiri rum. We've got 5 different rums in here. I haven't got the price of these. As I say, you're going to have to forgive me because I'm going back through the PDFs here. Right. So I'm going to give you, is there anything I can kind of read you? Let me just kind of get, as I say, I've got the whole PDFs there. I will, if you kind of, with guys in my membership community, I won't share them publicly because I'm not sure there's a bit of it for trade and stuff like that. I'm not sure how much of it is for general kind of knowledge, but I'm going to read you a couple of little bits of here. The Lovers Rum represents our epic journey across the world in search of a rum blend to make the perfect daiquiri. Our Maestro de Ron and founders created a unique blend of Caribbean and Latin American rums to make specific characteristics shine. Enjoying a cocktail or on the rocks and always with a friend. Now, the rums in here, and I'm going to give you the tasting notes as well for each specific rum. So we've got a blend of 5 very distinctive Latin American and Caribbean rums. I'll just read you this, there's only a couple of sentences. This liquid starts with a delicate initial taste combined with aromatic, fruity and sweet nose, and then brings a complex palette of peppery notes, dryness and delicate tannins that seduces you, causing the desire for more. So the first rum we've got is from Barbados. So the Barbados rum for this would kind of bring you characteristics of roasted walnut, banana, black pepper, tobacco, smoky oak. The oak nose carries on. I can't read that; it's too small. But a light and bitter finish. Right. So we've got Barbados. We've then got rums from Nicaragua. So mild aromas of cola and wood, dark roasted coffee with a hint of chocolate. And a brief, very slight hint of sweetness that quickly turns into a very dry and roasty choice. Is that? Roasty choice. So Barbados, Nicaragua. Then we have Guatemala. So we've got rums from Guatemala. Allspice, cacao, banana, root beer are the flavours with deep, dark cashew, cinnamon, allspice, vanilla beans. So Guatemala is now added that. Barbados, Nicaragua, Guatemala. And the next one, Dominican Republic. Cinnamon and a touch of wood, accented by vanilla and toasty coconut with woody vegetal, I don't know what that says, with woody something or other, and herbal notes, exudes with medium long finish. I tell you what, that's how good my eyesight is. The words are about that big. I can't make it any bigger because it's kind of a PDF and it's kind of going all over the shop. So we've got Dominican Republic there, cinnamon, wood, vanilla, toasted coconut and that sort of stuff. So Dominican Republic. The last one, Panama. I tell you what, Panama is coming up in my little Reckonator. There's a brand I kind of really want to get behind here, Panama Rums. I absolutely love them at Rumfest, and I'd love to get them on here because I've never had a Panama Rum before that. So the fifth one, Panama Rum, adds a smoky oak vanilla aromas and a hint of dark chocolate fruits as the oak, I really can't see that, oak tannins dominate into a dry finish. So essentially Barbados, Nicaragua, Guatemala, Dominican Republic and what was that? Panama, sorry. So that's what goes into there. Now, before we get into the tasting, I just want to quickly kind of take you through this label because the label is genius. And I might leave that there so you can focus on it and just look at my other bottle here. So for a start off, the rum is 43% ABV. Okay, so we've got 43%. The Forza is even stronger, 47%. We've got basically, as I say, it's the Lovers Rum. So the first thing on the bottle, we've got a little daiquiri on there, and that's obviously in significance to what the rum is created. We've got this stamp. I'm going to try and go down these. There's a lot here that you won't go. So basically, the white card coming off there refers to the next rum that's coming in the series there, and again that's got one coming off there. We've got the characteristics of this tarot cards. We've got the characteristics of the tarot card running around the edge. So falling in love, commitment, choices, balance, faith and harmony. That's what this tarot card represents. The woman and the snake representing, I'm assuming in the tarot world, represent the lovers. The secret card there, the blue card, represents, what does that say? A very rare rum. The lovers card number 4, so we've got Roman numerals on it. No, that says 6, even though it's back to front on there. It says card 6, even though it's IV on there, so 4. So we've got 6. That represents the card. I know nothing about tarot cards, so I'm assuming those that know something about tarot cards, this will kind of ring true with you guys. I know absolutely nothing. On there as well, we've got the Bengal tiger, which is the symbol of India. We've got sugarcane, which that there is sugarcane, which obviously signifies where the rum has come from, because it's sugar cane. That's what rum's there. We've got a pineapple on here somewhere, which signifies, down the bottom there, which signifies hospitality. We've got hot air ship, travelling by sea or air, always with sharing rum. We've got a flamingo, which is, where's the flamingo? The flamingo's there, which represents individuality. And then we've got the sea, which is the connection between national and the different cultures and that sort of stuff. There's a lot more going on in there. What's the rum style? Number 5. I don't know what there's obviously no numbers in there. There's something in here that's significant to the rum style as well. As I say, I knew I wasn't going to be able to do this justice. I would love in the new year to get David on or go down and meet David and get him on to chat about these rums, because he was so engaging at Rumfest, how he just kind of talked through it. And me and Ant were just, I think that might have been, well, Ant's obviously spent a bit more time with him, but we're just kind of blown away. The other thing, you won't see it on there, but you can, I'm not sure. There, that looks all right. Can you see the labels are kind of printed in the back as well, so you kind of get that whole I'm assuming it's it's just a black and white version of the tarot card, but there's so much thought and effort gone into the label of what it signifies. It's just kind of it just completely went over to my head when I first got a bottle. So that's that. So let's tell you what, instead of opening that one, let's open this one and kind of just sort of tell you what it tastes like in my kind of palate wise. So let's just pour a little bit in there. I'm going to be doing some cocktails up at this. I'll kind of have a little break in filming and then I'll kind of reset out for the mixers and all that, because I haven't got them out yet. I'll kind of do the mixers side by side for this. So this rum, on the nose, proper, as stupid as that sounds, but proper rum on the nose. I get chocolate coming out. Now, this is what threw me, because this rum is just, I'm not going to give you the game away, but that just insane. But I get sort of tropical fruits off here, bit of spice, bit of chocolate. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous, kind of fruity kind of rum, kind of just, I think what comes out at me, but bearing in mind that's my limited knowledge about kind of Panama and what's the other one, Guatemala as well. My limited knowledge, kind of Barbados rum sort of comes out of me for that. You kind of get that tropical fruity kind of vibe, but I haven't gone down the rum journey enough to kind of say, oh yeah, that's Panama or that's Nicaragua. I kind of recognise sort of what a Bajan rum brings to the. I have to go down that, but apparently Barbados hates Bajan, the word Bajan. I don't know. So Barbados rum. I think I heard that from Richard Seale actually. I don't know. Anyway, taste wise. It's so good. I've got a newfound love for these higher ABV rums. I kind of, as I get deeper into it, and I'm not gonna turn into a rum geek, but as I go deeper into this rum journey, I really now do appreciate why the rum geeks kind of turn their noses up at sort of like a 40% rum. It's not because they want to get drunk, they want a higher ABV, but when you kind of up the ABV of rum, it just brings out all these kind of deeper characteristics. And there's some phenomenal ones. Lost Years, we're going to be doing that soon, but Lost Years sent me a 54.5% navy, a clear, but navy style of rum in there. I can't wait to try that. That'll be on next week's show, I think. But this, Now my palate's acclimatised. Tropical fruits, tobacco notes in there, woody spice, a lot of spice hitting the cheeks. A lot of spice on the finish as well. But you don't lose that kind of tropical sort of fruitiness to it. It's a really, really lovely rum. I absolutely love it. I know it's kind of expensive when it first came. I've got a funny feeling the prices have dropped now, because obviously what happens when rums, like new rums, come to the UK, and people like John, for instance, importers, distributors, whatever you want to call them, you know, they're playing the game. They haven't got the volumes to kind of bring the prices down, so you kind of have to set prices quite expensive. But as they start selling more, people like Master of Malt, for instance, who I go to, will start buying more. We can then sort of, and then they can kind of ship in more, so it brings the prices down slightly. You know, this rum is never going to be a £20 rum. It is never going to be. It doesn't deserve to be a £20 rum. It deserves to be up in the sort of 30s. That's where I'd put it. There is an interesting slide on here, actually, on this PDF, if I can find it. Is it that one? We've got the drinks. So we've got the cocktails. I think it's the last one, if I remember. Right, the competitive set, and this was the only bit I'll read out from, because this is designed to hit distributors and wholesalers and people that would kind of sell it, over how to market this. But this is the bit I'm going to read you. The competitive set for this is where they themselves put this rum. They put it up against Plantation, the 5-year-old Barbados. They put it up against that. Bacardi 4 and Bacardi 8-year-old. Diplomatico Reserva, Exclusiva, and Havana 7-year-old. Now, for me, it's going to be a tough call going up against the Bacardi 5-year-old. I love the complexity of that. I think this has way more complexity for the rum fan than what Bacardi, the Barbados 5-year-old, because at the end of the day, that's just the Bajan rum, Barbados rum. But I really kind of get the depth and the complexity there. Would I put this up with Bacardi 4 and 8-year-old and Havana 7-year-old? No, it's got way more. For me, it's the category above that. Probably go Bacardi 8-year-old maybe, but again, you're going for like a single style. Yes, Bacardi, they're all kind of blended, like column still rums, but you've got 5 different rums in there, 5 different rum styles from 5 different islands, countries going in there, and it just creates this more in-depth rum. So for me, while they have listed that as the competitive, their market, their competitors, I get what it's saying, but for me, it's just I'm really going down there. I did a video. I'm not sure whether it'll be out. It should be out, but I went down kind of blending up my own perfect daiquiri rum for this, because I thought it was fun, because I saw a lot of bartenders now kind of hitting up making their own blends for certain cocktails, like a daiquiri blend, a tiki blend, a rum and coke blend. Now, I haven't really gone down that blended rum route yet. I've done a couple, but most of my rums are kind of single origin or single island, if you like. Single country kind of rums. But there's a few weeks now where I've got blended rums coming up. And do you know what? I love... It's a podcast I listen to where one of the questions comes out when they're interviewing. It says, what's your favourite column, pot or blend? Like that. And very rarely does a blend come up. Sometimes from the distillers and that. Very rarely does a blend come up. But I have to say, the few blends that I've had, I love what a Jamaican rum brings to it. This is going to be a tough one, because I love the St. Lucian rums, the Chairman's Reserve. I kind of love the Appleton, the Hampden. I kind of love the Jamaican sort of the original. But do you know what? When you kind of got blends of 5 different characteristics there coming through, that's a really, really good rum. Really, really good rum. Right, let's put this to one side. That's amazing. Right, let's get on with the Forza. I have to scroll down because I've got another PDF for the Forza Rum. Even more text on here. And I'll be honest, I really don't know, because this PDF is slightly different and a little bit harder to explain. And I say this is the one I'm nervous of, because it's such a new rum. There's not much knowledge out there, so there's not much else for me to read. Yeah, let's get it. Let's got it there. Right. So I'm really nervous. I don't think there's much I can really tell you without reading it word from word on here. I'll give you, hopefully that will zoom. If I get my face back here, hopefully that will kind of zoom on there. so you can kind of see that. This one, for those listening in, it's kind of got another woman with bright red hair on there, another lion. This one's called number 8. This one was number 6. The wind's getting up, if you can hear the doors. Different plants on here. There's still a sugar cane that looks like what looks like lilies. Hopefully, let me just go around the outside of this. This is Forza Rum, so let me just go around the outside of the tarot card on here. We've got fortitude, patience, character, integrity, and then it's blanked out. And on the bottom, we've got deception, adversity, shame, wellness, and intolerance. I'd love to know what the kind of meanings are on the tarot cards. I really, it's a completely new world to me. Let me just kind of paraphrase if I can. In this tarot card, you will see the woman, this has got strength on it. In the tarot card, you will see a woman who calmly holds the jaws of a fully grown lion. Despite the fact that the lion looks menacing and strong, the woman seems to have dominion over it, dominance. What is captivating, how gracefully she controls the lion. So that's, it's a different card, what's on there, but we have got the lion and all that. The lion is a symbol of courage, passion, desire, very much part of the human feelings that are necessary for survival. Let's go on to the next one. We've got the Forteza and strength. Again, lines on there. So I'm not going to do this justice. Right, there's more tarot card sort of stuff. Hopefully, the lion and the rum. I could, I need to get David on here to explain this, because I think this rum deserves it even more. I can't even read the lemon skate, a symbol of affinity. This is just going to be me waffling. Right, the Forza. Right, so okay, we've now got the card in here. As I say, it's a 47%er. The Forza card most often represents strength. It can indicate many kinds of strength, emotional, spiritual, and occasionally physical. But most often this card indicates courage and gentle determination. Whenever it shows up, it's a sign to persevere. You are stronger and more resourceful than you imagine. Keep going. So that's kind of what that represents in a nutshell here. And I think, yes, right. See, this one's done better. Right, so we've got, we've got an Easter egg here. We've got an Easter egg kind of there, which symbolises the next rum. We've got 47% ABV, which is the blend. We've got an atlas on there, which symbolises the strength in Greek mythology. Where's the atlas? It's here. Oh, sorry, I was looking for a globe then. That's, don't know whether you can sort of see in the little kind of, that's an atlas. We've got the blessing, which is kind of that, the glass there, representing the blessing, which represents joy. We've got the lion, which I've already talked about. They represent the style of the majority of the rums in the blend. We've got lilies, I was right, represent Guyana rum. Down there. We've got number 8, which is the tarot card number. We've got a sugar cane down this side somewhere. Whoops, sorry, sugar cane down this side somewhere, mother of rum. The gold snake connection with the Lovers Rum. So we've got a little bit of homage to that one, if that's still in shot. Should still be in shot. We've got that up here, which is the pride of a Barbados flower, representing Barbados rum. We've got a Jamaican hummingbird, which is sort of right next to it. Again, even if I hold it up, you won't see it. So we've got a Jamaican hummingbird representing Jamaican rum. And we've got the infinity symbol right on her head there, top of her head, representing the ends and the beginning. This, as I say, there's so much depth going on here. Just on the side of the rum, the Forza Rum symbolises the endurance and fortitude to overcome obstacles in life. Our rum blend is an accomplishment of our blenders' and determined spirit, seeking extraordinary rums from the Caribbean and Latin America, enjoying a cocktail or on the rocks, and always with a friend. Now, have we got the rum blends in here? So, rum blends, and yes, we do. We have got... we've got a slightly different one. So we've got Barbados. I'm just trying to get that bit off. Barbados, Guyana, Guatemala, Jamaica, and Venezuela. And I think we've got something. Oh, yeah. No, that's just for trade. So, right, I'm going to kind of read you this a little bit. The Forza Rum on the nose is a new blend with an intense aroma of toffee and leather polish. That is followed by a rich date cake. and Christmas pudding and marzipan, ended with toasted almonds. On the palate, a surprisingly excitingly bone-dry palate contrasts with rich fruity aroma, but still shows all the aspect of the nose, along with touches of licorice deep oak spices. These evolve and turn fruity with a very light touch, roast banana and mango. Finishing with a longer complex finish, leaving a velvety texture on the tongue as they draw themselves with hints of black pepper and nutmeg. Now, I'll be honest, I remember trying this for the first time. I didn't get any of that. What I got was flipping chocolate and coffee. And that kind of blew me away. So let's have a little nose of this. I do, chocolate. A brand new bottle. I just do get chocolate off that. Toffee. Did I see banana? I kind of get banana. See, I don't. You know, fruitcake, Christmas cake is no secret to me. Mummy Barman makes an awesome Christmas cake. It doesn't remind me of fruitcake off the nose, where it kind of says it does on there. But toasted almonds, marzipan, that's kind of the toffee and leather. I get chocolate and coffee. Massive chocolate and coffee. Maybe sort of banana off there as well. Right, let's have a taste. Oh. 47.5% ABV. You know, for those of you that are used to 40% rums and drinking them neat, or even spiced rums, drinking them neat, because they have got a lot more sweetness in it. That's something I didn't do. Actually, the sweetness levels of, I don't know how much sugar's added to this. The Forza. The Lovers. I don't think it's that much. I would put that at the lower end of the sort of the spectrum, some of the rums. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know the official numbers, but the way I kind of categorise, we know we've got 20 milligrams or 20 grams to play with per litre. And the only way I'm kind of trying to clarify these for you, I'm kind of guessing of what I think they would be. I would put that probably midpoint 10s. I don't know, as I say, I don't know. It's just my way of kind of gauging it with you. As I say, just for those of you, if you are watching this for the first time, rums are allowed up to 20 grams of sugar per litre in the EU, proper rums. Spiced rums, hence they're called spirit drinks, will be anything from 50 grams, but the majority will be up to 100, 120 grams, up through to 150. Bearing in mind, liqueurs kick in at 200 milligrams. My TV, this is getting spin on for a lot. There we go. So liqueurs start from 200 grams. So spiced rums, 50, 100, 150, rums, 0 to kind of 20. So I put that down at the sort of mid-10s. I don't know, but that's kind of where I put it. La Forza actually does coat my mouth a little bit more than that. So I might put La Forza slightly higher, even though the ABV is higher. Gorgeous though, gorgeous. I get chocolate. I get very subtle hints of fruitcake for me. Very, very subtle. Definitely toffee notes off there. Oaky kind of notes. I kind of wanted to get kind of through. I don't think this PDF's got it, to be honest. No, it hasn't. I think the Lovers one kind of signified what different the different rums would kind of you get from this. But I say Barbados, Guyana, Guatemala, Jamaica and Venezuela. For me, I don't pick up typical Jamaican funk off this. Maybe that's kind of where those banana notes come from. It may be the Jamaican. What I would probably get off this more than anything is Guyanan rums, because they are kind of, I think I've put them all sort of together now, ish. So all that kind of there. So your Eldorados, even though your Goslings is from Bermuda, Pussers is kind of a DDL as well. It kind of comes off there. British Virgin Islands, Guyanan rums. It's DDL that kind of distills the rums from there. So they are kind of inherently my sort of favourite style of rums. I kind of love that, and that's the sort of profile that I get off that. I don't know what the blend is of how much of what's gone into it, but I would sort of say that the Guyana rum is more prominent But there again, that's my knowledge of Venezuela, maybe. Actually, Venezuela, the Pampero's Venezuela, isn't it? Of course it is. That's just completely kind of got me there. I've got reminiscent notes of Pampero in that. So perhaps the Venezuelan rum sort of comes through a little bit in there as well. But without going down properly into this rum journey, like picking out different islands, like Pampero, the two Pampero rums are the only examples of Venezuelan rum I've had. Jamaica, yes, I've got a two. Guatemala, I've not really had too much. Yes, that's Guatemala and Belize, they're up there, but I've not really had too much Guatemalan rum. Guyana rum, Barbados rum. Oh, it's glorious, 47%. Honestly, as a blend, so cocktail white. We'll talk about this in the mixing part because I'm going to try this. I'm going to cut away in a second, try this. But just kind of chatting about these now. Neat sippers as well as cocktail rums. This is 100% a neat sipper. And the only cocktail that I was going to do with that was kind of playing about with old fashions. Right, so I've just filmed the cutaway for my membership community. We've done some cocktails, as you can see, exclusive content for my members. Absolutely amazing. I think they both work very, very well in cocktails. Hopefully you can see that. Let's just bring them over. The one thing I didn't show you that I thought that I wanted to do as well was you won't get a full proper effect from this, but again, just, you know, the whole geniusness of design from this brand is unbelievable, flipping unbelievable. Now, the whole point being, when you'll get the gist of what I'm talking about from this, but bearing in mind they are different rums from this. When you put the rums as a display together, the boxes for a display, oh, hang on the wrong way around. Is that right? You can kind of see what happens. Bearing in mind, if you had 3 of the same boxes, it'll recreate the card over 3 boxes. So, for instance, that can go that way. But then if I do, hang on, how does it go? No, I'm lost. I'm looking at it in the mirror. Right, so that will go like that. But then you can kind of bring the other one around like that, and you'll create like the card. And I just think the whole geniusness of design about the brand design is phenomenal. I'd love to get 3 boxes of each just to kind of take a photo and show you. In fact, I did get one from Rumfest. I know I'm not going to do any editing, but I might just quickly slam that on screen now for you for how they work, because I think it's genius. It kind of, you know, just kind of, where is it, like that, just to kind of put them all together. I just think it's a really, really clever sort of marketing thing. Right, let's get on with the tasting of this. I've got the 2 daiquiris there ready to go. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not overly convinced that you would buy either of these 2 rums to mix with Coke or ginger beer. So I'm not actually sure of the purpose of this, to be fair. A lot of you do, so I'm going to do it like that, but I'm not overly convinced. You know, you're going to buy, oh yeah, this is great rum and Coke. But we need to try it. Of course we do, don't we? So I'm just going to do little tiny bits for this, because my little belly, you've seen me week on week now, my little belly can't handle it. So first stuff, I'm just going to do rum and Coke. I'm going to do them both side by side. So Forza, hang on, let's get them that way around so they're the right way around. So we've got the Lovers and Pepsi Max, and Forza and Pepsi Max. So Lovers. Do you know what? Really, it's a really, really nice rum and Coke. Probably an expensive rum to be doing a rum and Coke with, but if you love your rum, that's a really good rum and Coke. I've got a funny, sneaky feeling this one might be even better, actually, the Forza. Yes. Oh, I do like that. Oh, I do like that as a rum and Coke. That's a very good rum and Coke. Actually, if you're watching this live on the premiere, I'm going to remind myself, this is just a reminder to me to do a poll. How many of you drink rum and Coke? And if you're not watching this on the premiere, let me know in the comments below. How many of you drink rum specifically and only exclusively, that's the word, exclusively as a rum and Coke, a rum and mixer, ginger beer, ginger ale? How many of you just drink your rums like that? Because that's kind of really interesting for me. I like that. Right. Let me just, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna tip these because I have to, otherwise I'm just gonna get, right. So the Lovers and the Forza. Right, try and pour even less. And next with ginger ale, so Canada Dry. This is the one, because this is full fat. This is the one that will get me, because that's where all the sugar is in this one. Right, so the Forza, the Lovers and ginger ale. That's really nice, actually. I do like that. And the Forza and ginger ale. Oh, I like that as well. Oh, for me, again, Forza edges it. Forza over the Lovers, just. Yeah, Forza. So it's 2-0 to Forza so far. But, you know, as I say, the Lovers was created as the ultimate daiquiri rum. Hence those two down there. I can't wait to try those in a minute. Right. Hopefully, I've got another bottle there. That's absolutely fine. Forza there. So next up is the spiced orange ginger ale. Right, the refreshingly light stuff. There we go. So first up, Lovers and spiced orange ginger ale. Oh, I love that. That's good. And the Forza. Oh, that's good as well. The Forza, again, edges it, but it's a lot closer. The Lovers is a lot closer this time. In fact, what I'd say, actually, the Lovers allows the orange to come up even more. I lose the orange a little bit. in the Forza, but the orange is really there in the Lovers. So that's why I kind of like that, because it was like the original sort of rum and ginger ale, whereas the Forza, the Lovers brings the orange. So actually, I'm going to give that one to the Lovers because of the orange. Yeah, 2-1. Not that it's about keeping score, is it? Right, ginger beers next up. If I got enough in there to do that one? Oh, yeah, let's just do that. Right, let's do that. And the Forza on the ginger beer. Is that enough? That should be enough. Oh, we've still got the Pepsi there. Go away, Pepsi. And ginger. This one nearly exploded on me the other day. It went, don't know why. Right, ginger beer. Right, there we go. Ginger beer. So, first up, Lovers with ginger beer. That's very nice again. And Forza with ginger beer. Oh, I'm going to go Lovers. Lovers has got more fruity kind of notes coming through it on the ginger beer, whereas the Forza is kind of just that oaky, chocolatey kind of deep flavour. Deep, is that the right word? I know what I'm kind of meaning in my head. Love, oh, that's close. I'm going Lovers 2-2. I didn't plan that at all. So, having said that, I wouldn't buy those two rums actually for mixers. They work very, very well. Really, really happy drinking them. Right, got them the right way around. So, I'm going to go Forza first this time because obviously the hype is about the Lovers. The Lovers was created to be the best ever daiquiri rum. So, I'm going to go Forza first. What I've done for this time as well, and to do the rums justice, I've gone 3 1/2 for this. So I've upped the rum quantity. So instead of 2 1/2, I've gone 3 1/2 for this. So more rum. All right. So essentially, even though it's not shots, I've done it in I've done it in 10ml increments. So I've essentially got no, I've done it. Yeah, that's right. I've done 30ml of rum. 10 ml of lime juice, 5 ml of sugar. So 3, 1/2. All right, so 30, 10, 5 is what I've done. The Forza, I'm not a huge fan of that. And to be fair, David he hasn't listed daiquiri of any of his cocktails. It's all right. I wouldn't order that again as a daiquiri. The Lovers, on the other hand, that is a very, very, very good daiquiri. Tropical notes, plenty of rum forward on there, a little bit of sort of woody, kind of oaky and vanilla notes coming through there. That, do you know what? I could probably even go 4, 1/2 on that. I could even up the rum slightly. So yes, that's a very, for the Lovers, very, very good daiquiri. Very good daiquiri. The cocktail I will give a quick shout out. So there are 3. So we've essentially got, I forget what they were now. I've got to scroll up, but I forget what they were. So they are Lovers cocktails. What I've got there, because David did recommend it, in my head, the rum cocktail that was absolutely going to shine through was the old fashioned. I'm not going to tell you what sort of old fashioned it is, or rum fashioned, I should say, because there's different bitters in there. Exceptional rum fashion. In my head, that's exactly where that rum goes to. It goes to old fashions, sipping neat and old fashions. Yes, David has listed the Painkiller, the Jungle Bird, the Planter's Punch, the Pina Colada. Yes, I think it's got all the characteristics of those rums. But for me, neat, hands down neat, or the rum fashioned. Oh dear God, the rum fashion is going to blow you away. And I have to say, my preference over the 2, I actually, even though they're both exceptional rums, I go the Forza. The Forza for me is me all over. It's my kind of rum. Demerara notes, the Guyana notes for me really come through. Probably as well the Venezuelan notes of the rum is probably what I kind of pick out. The rum fashioned and neat. It's an exceptional, exceptional rum. No idea of prices yet, because at the time of filming it's still not listed anywhere, or anywhere that I would send you to. So watch this space. But yes, David, I would love to get you on the show in the new year, and you can have like a whole hour talking about your rums. That would be exceptional. Thank you very much, John. Now it's time for the, what we got? Ed's Belgrove Hazelnut Rum. So part 2 of the show, we're going for Flavoured Spiced Rum, whatever, this week. As I said, I'll give a shout out to Ed again. Ed and his Belgrove brand. Absolutely, I've got so much time for Ed. Such a lovely guy. The very first rum show that I featured was the Belgrove's Spiced Fig and Blackberry. He sent me another bottle of the Hazel. He sent me another bottle of the Spiced Fig as well. I love it. Ed, I've got a lot of love for you. Do you know what? And you know, this is actually the second. So this is the bottle number 3 that I've had. It's such a good rum. But you know, since the time that I've had this one, he's now got he's won a Great Taste Award for it as well. So you know, he's coming on leaps and leaps and bounds. So this is a hazelnut rum. Also, I can really tell you about the brand, Ed and his Belgrove rums, and this is probably why I love them so much, is that they are DDL rums. They are essentially El Dorado, Guyana rums. That's exactly where they come from. So it's brought over to the UK. He ships over the DDL, the rum, the base rum, Guyana rum, and then just goes about flavouring it up. I can't give you too much knowledge and insight about what he uses to flavours up. I'm sure he lists somewhere no artificial colours, and I completely forgot. I didn't actually do that much prep for this. I'm really, really sorry, but I kind of spoke about his brand quite a lot in the first rum show that I did, so I don't really need to reiterate too much in there. But just to read you the back of the bottle, so the hazelnut was the first one he released, okay, and I told you about that there and then. So Belgrove is distilled from Demerara sugarcane, grown in the mineral-rich banks of the Demerara River in Guyana, DDL. Natural flavours of toasted hazelnut, vanilla and cocoa give you the rum its unique taste, perfect in cocktails or simply with ice. I'm not sure if this has changed, actually. Has this changed? No, it hasn't. It's the same. It's the same cocktail. I haven't really noticed this. So the signature serve for this is the Belgrove, 25ml of Belgrove Hazelnut, 25ml of raspberry liqueur, 25ml cream. So 50ml half and half essentially. 25 cream, 25 milk, half and half raspberries to garnish. Yeah, great serve. But I go different routes to this. This is a stunning. I'm going to open a new one. Don't know why I'm opening a new one, because I've got plenty in the old one there, the second one. But we'll open a new one just for the crack. As I say, sipping neat. It's stunning. Darren. Darren. Irish Darren. I'm sure it's you. I'm sure you're my Frangelico man. I'm sure you are. Seriously, if you could get hold of this. I was just waiting for, because the pour is not all the way in. If you could get hold of it, I was waiting for it to pee out. If you get hold of this, Daz, I'm assuming you're going to fall in love with this. This is insanely good. Nose on this, just Nutella. Is Nutella rum. It really is. And right, look, I know. So 40% ABV as well. That's all I can really tell you about it. So 40% DDL rum, flavoured up with vanilla, hazelnut, cocoa, chocolate, essentially. Now look, comparing this to Dead Man's Fingers hazelnut, look, I did like the Dead DMF when it came out. It did a good job mixed in cocktails. It really did. This is a whole different level. So if we put in football terms, let's relate this to football terms. I put DMF probably in, if we're talking UK, I would put DMF maybe kind of league, bottom end of Championship, top end of League One, right? This I'd put firmly Premier League, possibly top 6 Premier League. Possibly it's almost in the flavoured rum world. Flavoured rum. I'm not competing this with like proper rums. I don't want to call them proper because this is proper. I've got to find a different term for this. But as proper flavoured rums go, this is, and I'm including that in spiced as well. So it's spiced, flavoured, all that malarkey. In that world, I'm going probably top 6 Premier League, DMF, bottom half Championship, top 6 League One. That's where I'm going for that, because this is just insane. It's just Nutella on the nose. Tasting, not that sweet. I think he even puts, yeah, he does. I don't know whether you can. I need to get my face out because hopefully this week I can work out why it's not. It looks like it's focused, right? Don't know whether you can see by my little finger down there, if I can do that. He's scored it 3 out of 5 on the sweetness scale. I tell you what, I think that's doing a little bit of disservice, Ed, because I've tasted a lot of spiced rums, and I'm sure you have as well. So I don't know what that's in comparison to. That's the thing. Is that in comparison to other rums, or is that in comparison to spiced and flavoured rums? Because if you're comparing that 3 out of 5 to other spiced and flavoured rums, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. I think that needs to go down to a 2, even a 1. But if you're comparing that to other rums, then yes, I would put that there. Because I don't think that's that sweet. I've just got an eye on my timer. 49 minutes apparently. If this matches up, I'll be made. So now we're just about to tick over to 50 minutes. If that matches up to the show, I'll have done well. Right, it's just chocolate and hazelnut. A touch of vanilla. It's a glorious, glorious rum. Happily sip that neat over an ice cube, or neat just like that over an ice cube on the rocks. Cocktails. I've got a few cocktail serves that I'm going to do very, very quickly for you as well. Like literally very, very quickly. We'll do the mixes actually first. Actually, let's fly through that. Let's just do the mixes because I've got them here. So first one, would you drink this with Coke? So rum, or cola I should say, rum and Pepsi. Oh dear God, that's so good. That is so good. Look, I love my rum. I really do love my rum. But, the more and more flavoured and spiced rums I go back to, I'm like, oh, that's fun, isn't it? Oh, that's proper fun. I appreciate both sides. And that's my unique point, I think. I really do appreciate both sides. You know, I'm not going to get snobbish about flavoured rums or spiced rums because they are flipping fun. But I do appreciate rum, proper out and out rum as well. But this as a rum and cola with hazelnut, oh dear God, it's good. In fact, it's so good. I'm gonna regret that. But no, Coke, Pepsi Zero's all right. It's the full fat stuff I've got to be careful of. Right, ginger ale, like this stuff. Canada Dry ginger ale. I won't drink all this. Canada Dry ginger. Oh, no, yeah. It's all right. Plenty of chocolate notes coming off there. It's all right. Nowhere near as good as the Pepsi. Nowhere even in the same ballpark. Right, rum and where's my ginger? Oh, there it is. Hide him. And ginger beer's down there. Right, spiced orange ginger ale. That's that. We've got nice. Got about should be about 6 minutes to do a couple of cocktails for you, which should be perfect. Right, spiced orange ginger ale. Oh, see, that's good. That's different level compared to the Canada Dry. That's good. Orange and chocolate. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I get properly excited about that. That's tasty. Coke is still my favourite for this. Pourers don't go in there. That's the one thing I would say, young Edmund. Your bottles, you know, if you're going bars with that, I really don't like bottles where you can't get the pourers in. If you expect them to use them in cocktails and things like that. Just constructive criticism, constructive feedback, not criticism, feedback. Right, and ginger beer. I actually think the spice. Yeah, I don't have that issue with the spiced fig and blackberry. Look, I don't have that issue. Boom! Look at that. There we go. We like that. Right, ginger beer with the hazelnut. Oh, that's good as well. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, that's good. Cola first. Actually, right, here we go. Cola, out and out first place. Out and out first place. Ginger beer second. Spiced orange ginger ale third. Still really good. Probably I would have a gap, 4th, 5th, 6th. And then probably put 7th, even though there is no 4th, 5th and 6th. Probably put 7th, ginger ale, Canada Dry. Oh, that ginger beer is good. I hate to do that, but I can't take it. Right, where are we? 6 minutes, 54. Right, 6 minutes to do a couple of quick cocktails for you, hopefully. So, what cocktails am I going to do for you? I've got 4 listed. The 2 that I'm not, so one's actually a quick riff on what it's got in the back here. I've got a strawberry and hazelnut kind of cocktail. I was going to do strawberry liqueur, hazelnut, bit of cream, bit of half and half. Very simple. I hadn't even noticed this on the back, but that was the riff I was going for. And actually, even though I said strawberry, I was actually going Flambeau de Rance. My friends at Giffard, Flambeau de Rance. That's what I was going. So hazelnut, Flambeau de Rance, bit of half and half. That is virtually identical to what's on the back there. So that's where we were going for that. What I'm actually going to, and the other one's a pina colada. Hazelnut pina colada with that. Oh, can you imagine that? Even the Pussers, look, me and Pussers got a good relationship, but even a painkiller, even though it's not, you wouldn't call it a painkiller, but I think that would kind of work quite well as well. Right, so what I'm going to do very, very quickly, let's bang through these. I'm going to do you, right, so first up, be a little surprise for you. So first up, right, 25ml and 25ml, because I'm only going little diddlers just for quickness. 25 and 25, right, for that. We are then going for my favourite, new favourite coffee liqueur. Hands down, and this you'll see this after last week's show, hands down, and after my live show that I did a few weeks ago, probably a few months ago now, a blind tasting of this, hands down, the best coffee liqueur on the market for me. I did it in a blind tasting, I can't be wrong. So, coffee liqueur, you know what this one is, don't you? Of course you do, of course you do. So, even though that says coconut, it's subtle coconut in the background, but it's just a gorgeous coffee liqueur. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So we've got espresso on the go there. So equal measures, hazelnut, coffee liqueur, forget it's coconut based, but it is, but coffee liqueur and coffee, coffee liqueur and espresso. We've got that. I'm going to do a little hint of, where are they gone? Where are they gone? It's that one there. Little hint of chocolate bitters in here. My thing's there. I'm fighting the time. 4 minutes, three and a half minutes. Right, there we go. Half a pipette, so a dash of chocolate bitters. I'll tell you what I'm going to add in there. And I haven't done it. I just purely want to do it just for giggles. Oh, did I? Yeah, there we go now. Bit of extra chocolate bitters. Just purely for giggles, because I haven't done it yet. I just want to try it. And I'm just going to do, so this is an old fashioned. I'm just going to do half a bar spoon of muscovado. So literally 2 or 3 ml of Monin's muscovado. Can we see that? Focus. Yeah, Monin's muscovado sugar syrup. I just want to try it. So, icing that, so stir up. This should finish bang on time if I'm good. Right, quick stir. Right. Right, quick stir, and we'll leave that to dilute for a couple of seconds in there. Right, and then shake that up. Very quick power shake. Look at that. We're coming on time. I want to finish these on an hour. Right. Boom and boom. Right. So let's double strain this as only little diddlers. So I've got Belgrove Hazelnut. The best coffee liqueur on the market. I'll quite happily exclaim that about Aluna's coffee. You saw it on a live stream. I blind tasted on a live stream and I was like, wow, that is amazing. I thought it was Mr. Black. I genuinely thought it was Mr. Black. I was like, that is amazing. That's how cut back in sugar is, but proper coffee forward. You don't really even get the coconut, even though if you really deep dive, it's there. It's so good. Right, and then I might have to put 1 ice cube in the glass. There we go. Right, there we go. So obviously you'd make bigger versions and all that, but Ed, last 1 minute, 10, 20 seconds. Espresso, oh, look at the crema on that. Look at that, can you see that? So hazelnut, Aluna coffee and fresh espresso. I've made a lot of espresso martinis in my life. That, oh, Jesus. Oh dear God, that is so good. Right, and then the old-fashioned. Never had it with muscovado, but you can rum fashions, rum, bitters, tiny bit of sugar, flavoured bitters, flavoured rum, flavoured sugars. Go for your life. So what did I do? I did hazelnut rum, muscovado sugar syrup. Not much, because you don't need much with rum because it's rum sugar, and then chocolate bitters. Oh, wow. Let's finish on screen with that. I'm not sure if my time is bang on accurate. It's 47, 10 seconds left to take me up to an hour. There's probably a few seconds leeway in here as well. That's this week's Rum Show. As I say, I know I probably didn't do the lovers justice. I would love to get, David, if you watch this, I would love to get you on in 2022. I would love to come down wherever. Let's just get a studio sort of set up. Whatever. Let's just do it. And Ed, you know, Ed, if you release a new rum, bearing in mind you've got 2 absolute belters here so far, spiced rums. Let's give you that. Let's finish on that. There we go. Let's get rid of that. So the lovers and that. I'm absolutely loving this rum journey. Again, you know, thank you very much for watching. If you've watched the whole hour, if you've got brands that you want me to feature, let me know in the comments below. If you're a brand and you want to come on my show, let me know. Get in contact. Let's just have fun with rum. Cheers, peeps.